This PS5 is my main console and now I hate it so much for this one specific reason. So if you have followed this channel for a while, you may know two things about me. First of all, I'm a big PlayStation gamer, and secondly, I love handheld gaming. That's why I love my PS Vita so much, as it lands in both categories. And with all the negative reactions on the recently announced PlayStation Portal, I'm still pretty hyped about it. Playing the standard PlayStation titles on a handheld is a dream for me, and currently we can only do this with remote play. It's a pretty decent functionality and most of the time it works okay, but I truly want a native PS game on a handheld. And by the way, I've used my ROG Ally to do remote play from my PS5, but in the end it's just not the same thing. For one thing, the native Sony remote play app is not allowing you to use third-party controllers. That means that even if you can install it easily on the Ally, you cannot use its controller for playing games. You can only do this with a DualSense or DualShock 4 controller, and that beats the purpose of all this. You can use a third-party application called Chucky, and I've made a full video about it, and while it's functional for sure, it is still not natively playing the games. So where I'm going with all of this? Well, I want the possibility of playing my console games and then easily switch to a handheld device and resume from where I left off. What I'm describing now is already here, just not for Sony and PlayStation. Without even considering this aspect, just before getting the ROG Ally, I bought an Xbox Series S as I wanted to test out both console worlds. It didn't seem fair not to try the other side as well. And while I had mixed opinions about the Xbox world, and you can find a full video over here, this main functionality which I crave for so much, it's already here. ROG Ally plus Xbox is basically making this functionality I wanted so much a reality. Yes, there are still limitations and this does not apply for every game out there, but in general it works, and it works well. Day one when I got my Xbox, I bought the Game Pass Ultimate subscription with the fact that the Ally will be out soon in mind. I knew that being a new Game Pass subscriber, I will have so many new games that I haven't played until then. Hi-Fi Rush, Forza Horizon 5 and Flight Simulator are just a very few examples. And here's the best part of all of this. Most of these games have cross-save functionality. What does that mean? To put it simply, I can go ahead and play a game on my Xbox, then I can stop the console, take the ROG Ally, leave home, go to a different country even, and then continue the same game on this portable device. Just as simple as that. And this is not cloud gaming or streaming or whatever. No. The games are installed on both devices and they work natively. I simply love this functionality. You have to keep in mind that there are some games that will not work like this, but it's mostly the game developer to blame on this one. For example, Need for Speed Unbound recently joined Game Pass and I jumped right on it. And I played quite a bit on my ROG Ally and I'm loving it so far. It's the first Need for Speed game that got me hooked in years. But then I decided to go ahead and play it on the big screen TV, so I downloaded it on my Xbox Series S, turned the game on, and to my surprise, the saves were not there, even if I am using the same Xbox user. And after I digged a bit, I found out that there isn't simply any crossplay functionality for this game, no matter the console or PC you are playing this on. But this is just a small price to pay and I'll take it if in the end I'm able to enjoy so many games. Oh, and I haven't mentioned the best part, trophies. That's right, if you play these games through Xbox services, then your trophies will pop up on the ROG Ally as well. That's amazing. I just recently got into Xbox World and I'm not a Navy trophy hunter on this platform, but I can imagine this being a game-changing functionality for so many others. I'm just imagining being able to do this for my PlayStation library where all of my trophies are at this moment. Having a handheld device like this but for my PlayStation library will be the ideal device for me. As I said, Sony is coming out with their PlayStation Portal, and while I get past the design, which at least feels comfortable to use for a handheld, Sony did say one thing only about it. You will need the PS5 for this device to work. Now this is not ideal at all and it's basically a remote play only type of device. And if that's the case, then why do it? You can remote play to so many devices today. Your phone, your tablet, other consoles like the Ally or Logitech G Cloud. They even have their official backbone controller for your phone. So that's why I'm still hoping that there is more to all of this. Depending on the PS5 is not ideal, but if they'll make this lag-free somehow, then I'll still consider getting this device. Well, spoiler alert, I'll still get it no matter what, as I have every Sony handheld device in history and I can't break this collection. So I'd still be okay with the PlayStation Portal even with the PS5 dependency. If this works flawlessly at least while you are at home in the same network, then it's still something. But at the end of the day, even if you can use this while on the go, you'll still depend on the Wi-Fi connectivity. And the experience of using using a standalone device like the ROG Ally is just so much easier and better. I really hope Sony will not disappoint completely with the PlayStation Portal, and I have to say that I'm really curious about what will happen. Get my hands on it and I'll do a full review about it. It does come out on the November 15, so we'll know more about it soon. And in the meantime, I am working on my video about every Sony handheld console they've released, so please stick around for that one. If you want to check out my ROG Ally vs Steam Deck video, make sure to go over here and check it out, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing. For a simple like of this video is still helping out the channel a lot. Well, that's it for this video. This is the Tech Unravel, and I will catch you in the next one.